everyone listening on the radio, watching on iHeartRadio.com. We got quite a show coming for you tonight. Nearly 15 years ago, can you believe that? 15 years ago, Linkin Park crashed into the rock scene with their unique mix of rock and hip-hop and electronic. Oh, I like it all. They are the first rock band to achieve 1 billion YouTube hits. 1 billion. Could you do that? I couldn't do that. They just released their 6th studio album, The Hunting Party. Now, we're going to hear a couple songs from The Hunting Party, but we're also going to hear those Linkin Park songs that you know and love. Here's Chester, Mike, Rob, Brad, Dave, and Joe. Give it up for Linkin Park!
Guys, very much. Check this out. This is something for your people on the fracture. Black out and rock ya. Give you what you need like Papa, who shot ya? Separate the weak from the obsolete. To me, got cream part on imposters. And switch styles on the dime. Quick with it, y'all quit tripping. I don't have time for your crying. I grind tough, sucker, make your mind up. Are you in the fight squad or are you in the lineup? Bang, bang, little monkey man playing with the big guns. Only get you slain, I ain't playing. I'm just saying, you ain't got a sliver of a chance. I get iller, I deliver while you quiver in your pants. So shake down, buddy, here's the breakdown. You can play the bank, I'ma play the bank takedown. No mistakes now, coming to get you. I'm a Banksy, you're a brainwash. Get the picture just like that. Thank you guys very much. Can I see one fist up in the air like this, please? Now. This is not the end, this is not the beginning. Voice like a riot, rocking every revision. Won't you listen to the tone and the violent rhythm? And the words sound steady, something empty within it. Yeah, the fist flying up in the air, like we're holding on to something that's invisible there. We're living at the mercy of the pain and the fear. Until we set it, forget it, let it all disappear. Waiting for the end to come, wishing I had strength to stand. This is not what I had planned. It's out of my control. Flying at the speed of light, thoughts were spinning in my head. So many things were left unsaid. It's hard to let you go. I know what it takes to move on. I know how it feels to long. All I wanna do is trade this life for something new, holding on to what I haven't got. Sitting in an empty room, trying to forget the past. This was never meant to last. I wish it wasn't so. I know what it takes to move on. I know how it feels to love. All I wanna do is trade this life for something new, holding on to what I haven't got. Yeah. What was that when that fire was on? I thought it felt right, but that right was wrong. All caught up in the eye of the storm, trying to figure out what it's like moving on. And I don't even know what kind of things I said. My mouth kept moving and my mind went dead. So picking up the pieces now, where to begin? The hardest part of landing is starting again. Joe! Voice like a riot, rocking every division. I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, waiting for the end. Hi, buddy. Excuse me. It's Linkin Park. We are at the iHeartRadio album release party for the Hunting Party. Now, you can download the album if you would like, or you can walk that cute little ass inside a store and go, hey, give me a Linkin Park album. It's about that time. I need it. I'm Jenn Marino. Your name is Chester?
I think so.
All right, so we all know that this album's heavier. That's kind of been the headline for this one, shall we say.
Correct.
Raw, edgy, dirty, need a Clorox wipe it off. Let's get rid of all the dirt. No,
That's
let's
right.
add
If you don't like the heavy side of Linkin Park, then don't listen to this record. If you don't like shredding guitar solos, then you shouldn't listen to this record. If you don't like kick-ass drums that make you want to punch things all over town and in your house, including yourself, then you shouldn't probably get this record.
It's true, because Chester's actually punched me to this album.
It's true, yeah.
He's punched me right in the face.
That's right. And so, yeah, I think that this is definitely, I mean, without question, this is the heaviest Linkin Park record that we've made.
They wanted it. I mean, you can tell they wanted it.
We wanted to kick ass from beginning to end on this record. And that's what we did. And it was really inspiring. It was super fun to make. And, you know, I think one of the most fun songs that we've been playing off this record is Wastelands. We've been playing that.
Can we hear it now, please? Can we hear it now?
You guys want to hear that one right now?
Oh, my gosh.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here's
This was for you.
Wastelands. It's Linkin Park.
With no stepping, murder with no caring, ill in every direction. First, no sequel to the math, no equal. Job with no yoke, more power, less people. And yeah, I'm not afraid of that. Hidden in your paperback, every rapper's fade back to actors on the late attack. Every phrase a razor blade, a save until they play it back. Say I'm leaving laying on the paperback, fade it black. In the wastelands of today, there's nothing left to lose, and there's nothing more to take. Show's done, they're talking for just talking, meaning they got none. None of them come proper, they tough like a shotgun. But how many got bred with integrity? Not one. So no, I'm not afraid to see you suckers hold a blade at me. Ain't a way to check you out of road before you gated me. Take it how you take it, I'm the opposite of vacancy. This is not negotiation, y'all can hate, wait and see. In the wastelands of today, where there's nothing left to lose, and there's nothing more to take.
I'm Jenn Marino, and you are listening to the iHeartRadio album release party for Linkin Park's The Hunting Party. I think that gave us a little bit of a taste of how hard that album is.
Every time we do an album release party and they say album release party and hunting party, I feel like there's a better way to say it.
Okay, so I'm going to need you. Okay,
album, hunting, release party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too many parties.
Rewrite the
Actually,
disco.
there's not enough parties.
There's not enough party.
There's not enough fucking parties. How about that?
I think there's more party. I mean, like album party, release party, the hunting party, today party.
I like it. I'm going to have to write that down, though. It's going to take me some
Was I not supposed to curse?
I don't know. We're on the radio. Can you curse?
I hope they bleeped
Can't
it
curse
out.
on the radio. So, do you guys, like,
The
look
guys,
around?
people from Warner Brothers Records are here. You could send the bill to them. I'm sure they'll be fine with
Hello?
that. They're cool with that.
You guys look around, listen around, walk around, noticing anybody coming up that could possibly carry the torch on after you, with you, next to you?
Well,
What do you guys think?
Well,
You set us up for that one.
Here's what I want to do. I want our music to inspire the next band that's going to do something crazy, that's going to take all of us by surprise, that's going to like ignite a whole group of people that would never have imagined going and hanging out in the same place or being in the same things to get together. You know, that's what we want to do with this record. We want to make an album that's going to inspire people to go want to be in a band and make music and do something fun that has energy. You know, that's what we want to do with this one.
Have you ever heard a story from somebody that's walked up to you and said, you've inspired me to...
Yeah, actually, that's funny you say that. Well, first of all, that's one of the things that inspired this album. The Hunting Party was about kind of getting back to the things that made us want to play music in the first place. This kind of music is the kind of music that made me a music fan. When I was a kid, I was learning to play piano. And at a certain point, I was like getting bored with that. And I didn't ever take like making music that seriously until I started to hear like groups like on the rap side from like NWA and Two Live Crew to like bands like Nine Inch Nails and eventually bands like Refused and At the Drive-In and Helmet and these heavier bands, things that were edgy and made my parents wouldn't let me listen to.
Right.
And that's what we kind of got back to. But there was actually, speaking of what you said, are there bands that like kind of grew up on our music? Recently, we actually got a chance to hear from a couple of guys from different bands. One of them in particular we played with recently called Bring Me the Horizon. And those guys, the kid Ollie, the singer from that band, his first concert ever was one of our first shows in the UK. And he was there. You can see him. There's a picture in a magazine of Chester against the front barricade. And Ollie is like 4 people back, like with his, you can see him.
That's so awesome.
It's great. And now he's on the main stage of like one of the biggest festivals in the rock festivals in the world.
Right.
So such a cool thing.
Have you ever taken a step back and really sat down and thought, this person, this band, you know, this group really did inspire me? Because I know that question gets asked a lot, and people are just like, you know, I love Elton John, I love, you know, whatever. But has there been anybody that's really made you?
Absolutely.
Actually helped you develop who you are as an artist?
There's so many artists, so many bands that for me in particular, you know, I was admired for their talent. You know, Jane's Addiction, huge influence on me. I mean, the second I heard Ritual de la Habitual was the first record I heard of theirs, so I kind of was late to the game, but I was really young, you know. When I heard it, I was just like, I didn't even know music could sound like that, you know.
How young were you?
I was probably a freshman in high school.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I was pretty young.
So you recognized it, though?
I knew right away the second I heard Jane Says, I was like, this is the greatest song of our time, you know? Radiohead is a band that I love. They've always been a great band. You know, I liked bands like Knights of Reb and Front 242 and Skinny Puppy and Exploited, The Misfits, NWA. You know, these were all, Public Enemy, these were all groups that I felt like not only did they do things that were Rage Against the Machine, these were all bands that were doing things that were like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah, if you ask that question, that's gonna happen.
But I mean, that's like, it's all that stuff is so good, and that was what made me want to be in a band, you know? And that's, you know, that's something that doesn't happen all the time. Like, there's a lot of really great bands out there who write a lot of great songs, but there aren't that many bands that like become the soundtrack to your life.
Right.
You know, and those are always the bands that influence you the most.
Would you say that they still play a part in your musical taste in your life?
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, you still keep up with them. You know
Yeah,
how
I mean,
they
well,
could
we even got a
influence you.
chance on this album. We even got a chance to work with some of these people that we grew up listening to. As you guys know, like the first song we released off of the Hunting Party was called "Guilty All the Same," and we got a chance to work with Rakim, who I grew up just idolizing. I mean, this guy he is one of the greatest of all time, and you can hear it in the song. Like there's even when I try, like when we play that song, he can't travel with us. I do his verse when we play it, and even learning it was like hard to do the verse because he's technically so skilled. Like it's a weird thing to say, but if most people, like if I can sing along, rap along to a song, and most songs I don't have any problem with. It's like he's as easy as talking, but then there's something like this where it's clearly he does something different, and it's really special. And so yeah, like that actually I'm looking at where our set list here. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to say about this next song we're going to get into.
Are you doing Numb next?
So that was Numb was a chance for us when we got to work with Jay-Z, and that's another example where Jay is somebody that like I grew up listening to, and getting to work with him was really exceptional as well.
I bet. I'm Jenn Marino, and you're listening to the iHeartRadio album release party for Linkin Park's The Hunting Party. It's available now, online or in stores, and I think the songs on this album will take their place next to the other great Linkin Park songs, just like this one. Here's Numb.
You guys gotta sing with us, all right?
You know this part right here? Yeah. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. One last time, I need y'all to roll. So what the hell are you waiting for? After this will be no more. So for one last time, people make some noise.
I'm tired of being what you want me to be. Feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. I don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes,
Just caught in the undertow.
every step that I take is another mistake to you.
Caught in the undertow. Just caught in the undertow.
I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like this and be less like you. Can't you see that you're smothering me? Holding too tightly, afraid to lose control. 'Cause everything that you thought I would be is falling apart right in front of
So just caught in the undertow.
you. Every step that I take is another mistake to you.
Caught in the undertow. Just caught in the undertow.
And every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming less. All I want to do is be more like that and be less like you. You were just like me, with someone disappointed in you. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming less. All I want to do is be more like that and be less like you. Become so
Tired of being what you want me to be.
become so
Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the LA boys. One more time, I need y'all to roll. So what the hell are you waiting for? After us, there shall be no more. So for one last time, let me hear you make some noise.
You guys help us out with this.
You guys help us out, okay?
Starts with
One thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time.
all I know.
Time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away. It's so hungry. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, but didn't even know I wasted it all. So watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard
And got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I got too far to zero. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I
Tried so
in
hard.
spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property. The times you fought with me,
Got so
things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to in the end. Left everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I got too far to zero, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. Follow this. There's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I got too far to zero, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Thank you, guys. A little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard. Handful of complaints, and I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. What I want you to want, what I want you to feel. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go, watch you turn it back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. I'll be here 'cause you're all that I got.
The way I did before, don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. This damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored.
A little bit insecure, a little unconfident. 'Cause you don't understand, I do what I can, and sometimes I don't make sense. What you never wanna say, I have never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for what's just to hear me out. So let go, watch you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. I'll be here 'cause you're all that I got. Come on.
This damage anymore. Don't turn your
Park's The Hunting Party. I'm Jenn Marino, and we are live from the iHeart Theater in Los Angeles. Now, we're about to hear a couple more songs from their latest album, The Hunting Party. And I know that you guys worked with Steve Aoki. I was wondering, are we ever going to get something else from that again, or are you going to keep digging into that hole because we kind of like it? The Steve Aoki hole.
You know, we're just going to keep, just plunging as far as we can in the Steve hole. As deep, as far, as uncomfortably as possible.
Yeah, right. No, I love it.
We love Steve. Steve's great.
Is that a yes?
We love. I mean, the thing about the Light That Never Comes was that it came from just basically honestly, I think I first reached out to him on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
I think that we just started talking.
I hear that a lot
he
lately.
He was following me and I was following him, and we just started shooting direct messages. And it was months before we even talked about actually making music. It wasn't even like, hey, let's make a song. It was just talking.
Is it easy to communicate with other artists on Twitter if you're an artist? Because if it's a fan thing, it takes 15
I'm waiting for it to be
tries.
like, hey, I've met so-and-so, I've met Kesha because she was sending me dirty Snapchats. I'm waiting for that artist collaboration.
Yeah.
Not necessarily us, but it'll be
my God.
Pitbull and Kesha were sending each other pictures of their
Timbers.
Yeah, and then it's turns into a song. That's what that's going to be.
All right, I want to hear some more. Let's do Until It's Gone.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You have to. Please, God, do it.
This is another one off the new album. I need to. Yeah, let's do it. No, it's fine. I don't need that.
Fire needs a space to burn, a breath to build a glow. I've heard it said 1,000 times, but now I know that you don't know what you've got. Oh, you don't know what you've got. No, you don't know what you've got. Until it's gone. Until it's gone. Until it's gone. Catch you say
fans requested. Nah, you don't know me. Lightning above and a fire below me. You cannot catch me, cannot hold me. You cannot stop, much less control me. When it rains and pours, when the floodgates open, raise your swords, that pressure don't hit. Break your door, say all you take, better take some more. Cause I know what it's like to test fate. Had my shoulders pressed with that weight. Stood up strong in spite of that hate. Night gets dark.
I'm Jenn Marino, and you're listening to the iHeartRadio album release party for Linkin Park's The Hunting Party. Hello.
I'm going to go to the bathroom, so if you could just keep talking until I'm back.
Okay, I think we have about 6 minutes, unless you have to go number 2.
It'll take me 6 minutes to go to the bathroom, but probably like 3.
Okay, I'm going to need you to hurry a little. Are you taking the guitar? That takes longer.
I'm going to take the guitar, yeah, just to be safe.
Okay. All right, so if he won't miss a cue or anything. We were talking earlier about how, obviously you guys worked with Jay-Z. You've worked with DJ. We'll get back to that in a minute, by the
Yeah,
way.
here, I'll just take over for Brad.
Okay. Do you need to
I already
pretend
went.
that-
I just
Oh,
went.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Just now.
These are the nice things about like shows like this, because if it's one of our concerts, we can never take a bathroom break. But for
I
some
just wear what I
reason-
call party pants. They're basically adult diapers.
You just pee a little bit.
Well, I mean, that way you don't have to leave the party. You can just kind of go. It's really discreet. Unless you go too much and you get the bulge, which looks strange. But then that's kind of attractive, too, if you get like the bulge right there.
Well, it depends, unless it goes backwards, and then you have
it's
some
the
kind of
back
cone
bulge.
coming out of your...
The back
Nobody
bulge.
wants the
Yeah.
tail. No.
Yeah,
No tails.
that's where it gets a little weird, and plus, poopy smells bad. So
Okay, plus, we're still
that one-
calling it poopy.
This
Can
is, This is
I have
like an
babies, so I
all-time.
call it duty, poopy time.
This is an all-time low for
Caca.
us, I think.
I think so, too. He's literally going to the bathroom while you're taking, like, with his guitar. Just standing there.
He's
everything's
actually
fine.
not. He's just standing on the other side of that
His
curtain.
guitar is actually his penis, which is really weird.
No, that's not weird.
He plays with it all the time, and that's why he's so good at it.
You can't do that. He's not here. He's not here.
He can hear me.
Oh my god. All right, so a
No,
real,
but seriously.
Were we going to talk
a
about
real
something?
question. No. I have
Yeah.
a question. What is your favorite brand of Hold It All In diapers?
Yeah, I knew we were going to get to something serious.
Well, it
Something-
depends.
Yeah, no, I have to know
It
that
depends, really.
You see what he did there?
You guys get that? You guys working with me, huh?
The ones in the front did.
See what I
Yeah.
did there?
They're all with me.
See what I did right there?
So you.
He's back.
Oh my god, that was so fast! That was fantastic, really.
He's a professional.
Girls have to wait in
He's a
line.
professional.
He's
back
a
on
very
stage.
talented pianist.
Okay, all right, this is getting weird. So you worked with Jay-Z. You work with, all these other people. You do all of these different fast songs, slow song, rock song, melody, ballad, what.
Yep.
I feel 100 different feelings when I listen to one of your records. How in the hell do you keep reinventing yourself and winning the way that you do?
Thank you for saying that. But that's, for at least to me, that's one of the, first of all, it's one of the blessings of being in this band is that everybody is kind of, we can do that, but everybody's also game for it. Ever since our third, I think it was after our first 2 albums, which were kind of similar to one another, we decided, let's open the door to doing a lot of different things. And if you listen to our third album, Minutes of Midnight, every song is, it's actually sequenced so that every song is drastically different from the last one.
And I believe that you crossed over more when it came to the third and the fourth record. I mean, I kind of found that you guys were in more formats than just like an active rock format or an alternative format.
We early on, I think, if you listen to even Hybrid Theory and Meteora, I mean, if you listen to like Points of Authority and then you listen to Pushing Me Away, separately, you would almost like not think they were even the same band or how could they even work in the same record. It's somehow we managed to pull them together. And that was like, when we were out trying to like, prove ourselves to the world and like, we knew that our fans would come to the shows every night and we had them, like, they had our backs. But then we'd go like, we'd get like a review of our record and I'd feel like we had to come out, in particular, we feel like I had to come like, prove like, well, we're not part of your thing. Like,
Right.
we're going to have our own section in the music store just called Linkin Park because you can't put us in one box.
It's a good point.
And we can play with Metallica and then we can play the next day with Jay-Z and like it doesn't matter. Like we still fit in both places. And so I think we like started to really wanted to back that up. Like we wanted to show the world that we could do all these different things. Like we weren't just one thing. And so we decided to take that as far as we could from Minutes to Midnight and on.
I think that, I know this is the third time I brought it up now, but I think that the album that you did with Jay-Z was one of the most genius decisions you've ever made. It really
Thanks,
was.
Mike.
It really
They
was,
actually-
because I've never heard anything really like that, and I got
They
attached.
came to us with we were familiar with, there was a mashup album called the Gray Album, which was Jay-Z's Black Album with the Beatles' White Album.
Right.
And that kind of kicked off this whole mashup thing. But what's funny about it is that, for me at least, and I think it was similar for all of us, that we all listened to like different genres of music growing up. But for me, when I first got into programming and keyboards and samples and stuff like that, that was the kind of music I was making, like, I don't know how many years, 6 or 7 years. I mean, that's literally what I grew up making, is that kind of like this style, the collision course style.
So you had it in you
So when they
already.
sent it to me, and they were, and Jay's manager like emailed us and said, hey, they're thinking of doing like a song, and like it'll be like a show where it's like you and Jay, and then it'll be 2 other artists, and then it'll be 2 other artists. I sent them back like 3 songs, and I said, like, can we just do the whole show? And they were like, Jay's email back was, oh shit, which was great.
Dude, literally, like, here's the thing. Hey, can we do a song together? And then Mike disappears, and he comes back and he says, I took all of our songs, like all of our singles, all our biggest songs. I took all of Jay's biggest songs, and then I just like matched them up to the BPM, which is
It
the
was
beats per minute.
incredible.
And crazy enough, all the songs that were the closest together in terms of their BPM were also in the same key. And it was like we were like meant to just fall in place, and that turned into the hour special that we did. Which
It was perfect. Are you guys
Turned
ready to
into the
hear more
record.
Linkin
It's crazy.
Park? Yeah!
Thank you.
I'm Jenn Marino, and you're listening to the iHeartRadio album release party for Linkin Park's The Hunting Party. It's available now online or in stores. We got 1 song left, so I want to thank Chester, Mike, Rob, Brad, Dave, and Joe for a great show tonight. Guys, let's take it home.
Thank you.
Here's Linkin Park.
Thank you guys so much for being with us this evening. This is a song that we, speaking of Minutes to Midnight, it's off that record. We've been ending the show with this one because we really enjoy taking it out this way with you guys. We need those hands clapped together, put them up like this. And help me out. Yeah! Yeah, here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my fucking mind. Filthy mouth, no excuse. Find a new place to hang this loose. String me up from atop these roofs. Not it tight so I won't get loose. Truth is you can stop and stare. Let myself out and no one cares. Dug the trench out and lay down there with a shovel left out to reach somewhere. Yeah, someone pour it in. Making a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stomp it out when they bring that chorus in. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out, go stop the show. Choppy words and a sloppy flow. Chocolate opera, lock it low. Cock it back and then watch it blow. Mama help me, I've been cursed. Got this rolling in every verse. Candy paint on his many words that I can't contain him. I know he works. Fuck this hurts, I won't lie. Doesn't matter how hard I try. Afterwards don't mean a thing, and I know that I won't be satisfied. So I try ignoring him, making a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stop it out when they bring that chorus in. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out, and flopping up these stairs. I don't like boss. I pull myself so bad. On my young thighs.
Now I know all of you guys can sing along with me, all right? I want everybody that's gonna be watching this online to hear all your voices, okay? I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. I bleed it out.
thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you.
You.
You look very sweaty.
Not nearly as sweaty as I was yesterday.
Oh, God. What is that? Have you showered?
No.
Don't you live here?
I never shower. It's bad luck.
Oh, my God. I don't even know you anymore. Wait, I gotta say thank you. Thank you.
Hey, what?
Thank you. Pee pants. Oh, thank you.
Thank you for party pants. Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
Thanks.
Get some toilet paper.
Thank you to you guys. You were awesome tonight. We appreciate all your enthusiasm. You guys are great. Thank you.
Good luck on the album. Great success. I'm sure it's fantastic. Do you guys love the new album? They love the new album. Oh, I gotta get him. Oh, God. He's trouble. All right. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me pee.
Are you feeling better?
I feel amazing.
Okay. I got my eye on you.